Biking, since my birth, I've always seen a bike in my house. So my father basically was a biker. He's a retired Indian Forest Services officer. So I grew up seeing him biking. So he used to be biking from maybe Darjeeling to Jalpaiguri, Darjeeling to places like Kuch Bihar. So for him 300-400 kilometers was nothing. Probably it was in 1968 when a bullet used to cost 5,000 rupees. So he went to a showroom, bought a bullet for 5,000 rupees. Probably at that point of time his salary must be 500 rupees. See, he's always been a rider. So today at the age of 76 also he loves riding. See, and he's used to, riding bikes where you have to kickstart them. And he's always been into adventure sports. I've seen him riding distances like, 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers in my childhood. It's a, dream that I want to ride with my dad before he leaves the world. And we want to do a, charity ride when he crosses 80. I want him to be known as the eldest biker of the world to reach Leh Ladakh on a bike. So that's how I picked up biking. It's in my genes. So it's come down from my, I've inherited it from my father probably. Biking is if you ask me, it's a costly hobby. I've owned Suzukis, I've owned Kawasaki's, I've owned the Harley. Harley I've owned since 2010. So what I feel, Harley still has that cult value. It is supposed to be the world's best bike. And I would also call it the world's safest bike in terms of stability. So it's very, very important that your bike is stable when you're doing a long distance cruising. So that's the most important thing about a Harley Davidson. And the sound of my Harley Davidson, that's something which nobody can match. Probably I wanted to have a premium bike and I didn't have an option in India at that point of time. 2010 was the year when the first premium bike company got into India. So Harley Davidson got into India in 2010. At that point of time, none of the bikers like us had any other option other than a Harley Davidson. I learnt my first, geared two-wheeler riding on a Lambretta. In English, there's a statement, see, if you have, power comes with a lot of responsibility, right? So, the youngsters today, they think that it's all about riding a powerful bike. So, you actually have to have a maturity to ride a powerful bike. For me, riding is always a stress buster. Whenever I'm too stressed up, so we generally call up all the friends and we say, let's go for a ride tomorrow. So we don't look at, which side we are going, which direction we are going, what distance we cover. While riding, it's a feeling that, that makes you ride kilometers and kilometers. Once I was riding, we just felt like riding down from Delhi to Calcutta. Second day when we started our ride, we were crossing the Bihar-Jharkhand border. So we were two people, me and one of my cousins. I was riding the Harley and he was riding a Bullet. So, suddenly we heard while riding down, we heard, there was a, sirens and somebody honking from behind. So we didn't stop. We were at a very high speed. So we said we'll go and stop at the tea stall. So we stopped at a dhaba. So then we just looked back and there was a guy who came out of the car. And he asked us, where are you coming from? So we said, we are coming all the way from Delhi. And suddenly we saw him coming out with, garlands and all and putting it into our head. And we were amazed, we were shocked. The closest thing to my heart in my biking career is, 50 years back my dad bought a bike and the number of the bike is WGS 911. So after 50 years when I started proper motorcycling, I wanted to have a high-end bike with the same number. See, the life of a biker in one word is, life of a biker is very simple. We can, you look at our simplicity, though we ride these high-end bikes, we can even sleep on the road. If anything goes wrong, we are mentally we are prepared that we can sleep on the road, we can eat on the road. We don't need a proper place. We are like, you don't need luxury when you are biking. So that's how a life of a biker is. In one word, it is simplicity, it is simple.